Hey guys, it's Sunny with Sunny Healing Intuitions. We're finishing out the Chakra series finally. Feels like it's been forever. I know I had to skip a couple of weeks, but things have been a little crazy. But welcome to my channel. If you're new, please like and subscribe for more content. And if you're returning, thank you so much for following. Please comment, interact with me because it just helps me to know that you're here. You're listening, and if you have any suggestions of what you'd like to learn, put it in the comments so that way I can go ahead and wrap something up for you and bring it out for everybody to learn. We're all learning together as we go, and there's a lot of people awakening right now. Right now there's a lot of solar activity that's raising our consciousness, and it's a good time to go over this crown chakra information. Last week we went over the third eye, so if you want to check that out before you get into this one, that's totally great. And I do have other videos that I've gone over about trauma, inner child healing trauma, and a couple other things. So let's get into it. All right, so this week I'm diving into the crown chakra, which is located at the top of your head, right here. The crown chakra is associated with the color purple, which I'm wearing today. I usually do that for the theme, but also white and gold. And the mantra is also the same as the third eye chakra, Om. It is related to the element of thought, and the affirmations for this start with I know. The crown chakra affects the muscular system, skeletal system, skin, cerebral cortex, and central nervous system. Sometimes my words can be a little off, but you know what I'm saying. Just as a preemptive warning for this episode, in this episode I will be saying the word divine, and when I say the word divine, I am referring to God consciousness, which is a spiritual concept that is referring to the state of profound awareness and the connection to the divine, which is our source. It comes from above. And I am not talking about a man in the sky, okay? I'm not religious. I never really have been. And if you are, that's great. I think that everybody needs to have their own higher power to look towards. Some people just look towards their higher self. Some people call it source. Some people look towards the universe. Some people look at ascended masters like Buddha or Yogananda as their higher power. So whatever floats your boat, all is welcome here. But I know that there are some people that tend to shudder at the word God and divine or whatever it is that they may have a little bit of trauma around, and that's okay. You're welcome here too. I know I had a hard time with the word God, because I always thought it was a man in the sky and he was gonna rain down on me if I sinned. That is not what I'm talking about. So I just wanted to make that clear. So the life lesson around the crown chakra is to experience the divine meaning of life. So beautiful. Crystals. We're going to go ahead and jump into that. So again, we have the amethyst. This is my pink amethyst. I also have this pink amethyst as well. Sorry, the lighting, it's a little off, but you can still kind of see it. I also carry this amethyst here. So you can get crystals in all types of shape, sizes. We have the aura quartz. This is a beautiful stone here. You can kind of see it in there, little different rainbow colors. I'm wearing some of my crystal bracelets here. We've got the aura quartz, we have the, this aura quartz and the lepidolite, which is also this one. This is my unicorn stone. It's a mixture of different stones in there, but we do have lepidolite in there. It's beautiful, beautiful color. We have fluorite. I love fluorites. They're so beautiful. We have our beautiful crystal quartz, of course. These come in all different types as well. We have our howlite. Howlite's got a little bit of mixture of black in there. We have the moonstone. I love my moonstone. Selenite. So this is my wand. I also have a very large tower, and then I also have a very large selenite piece. I keep them at my windowsills for protection. We have the labradorite, and this is a very powerful stone. Very powerful. This is why it's so small. Moldavite. This connects you to your higher state of being, and I keep it in this little nifty case here so I don't lose it because it's tiny, but it's very powerful. And those are just some of the crystals. We also have white calcite, white topaz, and there's also a number of other crystals. Each episode, I just try to show what I have and then mention some others, but if you ever want to look into what type of stones or crystals you can work with for each chakra, you're more than welcome to do that. I also wear my crystal quartz on my wrist, and then I use my black obsidian bracelet as protection. So that's just an example. I wear these everywhere. Like, these do not come off my wrist unless I take a shower. I'm just really weird about having them in the shower. Anyway, moving on. So before I get into this episode, I just want to state my disclaimer that this information I provide is relative to our healing ourselves. And if you have a concern with a medical condition, you should consult a professional medical consultant. I am in no way a medical professional. And this is just information for yourself, for healing ourselves. We all have the power to heal ourselves. However, we should do that with discernment and caution. You should always reach out to somebody that has a little bit more experience if you are not very experienced, and I need to dive in deeper. So just want to state that. So the crown chakra is considered the gateway to higher consciousness, and it's responsible for spiritual connection, enlightenment, awareness, sense of unity, and self-knowledge. Now, people are always looking out at Google, on Facebook, asking for other people's opinions. This is where we get our information. We are so full of our own inner wisdom. We just don't take the time to go within and listen. So it's very important to try to start doing that, especially as we move into the next year, because things are really changing. Okay, there's a lot of higher consciousness coming in, especially with the solar flares, which are super strong today. So it's your link to the divine, the universe, and a sense of oneness with all existence. This chakra allows you to access your inner wisdom, universal truths, and a deeper understanding of your life's purpose, or anybody's life's purpose, but I mean, it's really your own. It's just, this is what it represents. It is also associated with expansive thinking, mental clarity, and transcending limitations of the ego. So the ego is the protector, okay? It's our mind that can run off and protect us against beliefs that others have, or if there's something that you're fearful of, then your ego mind's gonna ignite that fear and have you just make a U-turn and turn away from it. A lot of people fear spirituality in this aspect, okay? Especially people that are huge religious believers that go to church, okay? Again, there's nothing wrong with that. We all have our own journeys, our own roles in life, but this is just what it means. In essence, the crown chakra is all about your connection to something greater than yourself. And it's fostering spiritual growth and bringing a sense of profound peace and understanding in your life. When the crown chakra is out of harmony or balance, we feel totally disconnected from divine, source, universe, God, goddess, whatever you want to call it. We may have our own anger towards God. We have difficulty trusting our path and our lives in general. We feel depressed, alone, unsatisfied with life, and unable to let go of anxiety and fear. If you're experiencing any of these feelings, I would reach out to a certified healer or therapist for clarity and healing around these wounds. And I can help if you want to reach out. My email is always in the description box below. I also offer intuitive guidance on your soul's path. I help create your reality and any other type of energetic healing that you're looking for. If you ever want to reach out for help or book a session just to see if things are a good fit for you and I, and that's always free. Cause of blocks are lack of trust in divine or life itself and unresolved anger towards the divine, which is also God. Physical dysfunctions that can manifest from a blocked or out of harmony crown chakra are energetic disorders, depression, chronic exhaustion that is not linked to physical disorder, extreme sensitivity to light, sound, and other environmental factors, confusion, apathy, and alienation. Mental and emotional dysfunctions that can manifest are inability to trust life, as we mentioned, values and ethics that are not aligned, your values and ethics are not aligned. Sometimes I type these things out in a hurry. You have lack of courage, selflessness, inability to see the larger patterns that you repeat, or a bigger picture of a situation. You're not able to see from outside of that perspective. You're only stuck in the situation and not able to see out of it. You may have lack of faith, inspiration, and devotion towards your life and yourself, and no trust in spirituality. Ways that you can unblock the heart. I forgot to change that again. I always skip this one. Ways to unblock the crown chakra are yoga poses, of course. These are two that I would definitely not do if you have a neck injury or you're not in full practice of this yoga. Are headstands and shoulder stands. I don't even do those, okay? So just letting you know, full disclosure, these are the yoga poses that they recommend. Blood flow to the head is helpful to receive info from the divine. So again, only try this if you're experienced or if you're able to do handstands. Handstands, I would say you could probably do a headstand. Now, oils that can help kind of bring in that essence of the crown chakra is frankincense, sandalwood, lotus, and peppermint, which is actually really good for headaches too if you put them behind your temples, behind your ears or in the back of your neck. So other ways are practicing gratitude. That's huge. That's something that you should do already anyway. And if you don't, you should start doing it. This can help with spiritual growth and universal connection, which is allowing us to experience a higher consciousness that connects us to our divine wisdom. Cultivate a meditative practice. So not only does this help you to access information from your higher self and the divine, but it also creates a relationship between you and the divine and your higher self. So, and your spirit team. I call them my spirit team, but these are your spirit guides. We always have spirit guides that are helping us through our journey, and we sometimes get new spirit guides throughout our journey. So every chapter you may get a new set of spirit guides that come in that are more advanced in the area of what you're working through in that chapter. So as we heal, we tend to go through new things, or sometimes old things come up to see if we've healed. And if not, it gives us that opportunity to see what we need to heal. And other people are mirrors to our healing. So if something comes up or triggers you from someone else, it's not them, it's you. We're all mirrors of each other. This is the whole reason why we have people in our lives, okay? So you can also chant the mantra sound Om. You can wear the colors purple or white. And you can set an intention that you're in touch with your crown chakra, the divine within yourself, and source or God consciousness. When your crown chakra is in harmony, balanced, and activated, we live in knowledge of unity. the idea that we are all connected as one, which we are. We are all connected as one. We are one consciousness, everything, buildings, trees, grass, computers. Computers are totally consciousness, and I think you all know that with AI coming out, and it's so advanced that we have to be super careful and discerning about the information we're seeking when we go to AI. I only use it to format information for this. So like I'll ask a question towards what I'm working on, and then I just use some of bits of information to incorporate everything that I'm putting into my work. I use it to reformat emails, and sometimes I ask questions about spirituality, but I will never go to AI to ask information about what I need to know about everything, or have it do all my work for me, because how am I supposed to learn anything, and how is that fun? We also understand that we are individual reflections of the divine, and trust that we are connected to the divine, and understand that our individual identity goes beyond physical form. We are all star beings. We're made from stardust. We're all consciousness. We're just energy. If you weren't looking at me here, I wouldn't be here in your mind, right? I wouldn't be there in your vision. Your house isn't there when you leave it. I know that's it's like a whole nother podcast, but just letting you know that we're just energy. We are divine, all of us. Okay, and another bit of piece of information when your crown chakra is in harmony is that we are also able to elevate our consciousness more easily. So I hope this information was helpful. I know this was pretty short. This is a very straight and narrow podcast for the crown chakra, but I would like to hear from you. What would you like to learn next? Put your information in the comments. If you had any experiences with higher consciousness or the divine, please share that. I think it's great to hear from other people than just myself and the little bit of likes that I get, which I'm so grateful for. Don't get me wrong. I just love doing this. I love sharing this information and just leading people towards the higher consciousness and better living, better way of life, better way of being. Because we all want to be happy, we all want to live in joy, and we're all meant to live in joy and love. That was what we were meant to be here to do. At the same time, right now, we're here to learn, grow, love, and raise our consciousness so we can help the planet. So I love you all so much. I hope this information was helpful and useful in your healing practice and helps you to align with the way that your crown chakra works in your life. And with that, we have finished the 7 chakra system. So I'm going to lay myself in celebration, and I will see you next week for sure. I will be here, and I'll figure out what comes up. If somebody has a suggestion or a few people, I will put it in the hat and figure out what we're going to learn about next week. So I'm sending all love and light to you. Take care.